Can Nick Walker shock the world at the upcoming Mr. Olympia? Like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. All right, looking ahead at the upcoming Olympia, I would think the favorite, if the Las Vegas bookies were taking bets on the Olympia, I would think that Hadi Choopan would probably be the favorite going in to the Olympia. Just my opinion. What are the chances of Nick Walker shocking everybody, or maybe not everybody, but a lot of people, and winning the Olympia? Now, seen some recent update pics of Nick, which are very impressive. Now, when he takes his update pics, generally first thing in the morning, right out of bed, not the greatest lighting. Yes, recently he started throwing up an occasional professional pic, but he never posted as an update pic. I'll get back to the pictures in a moment. Now, Nick, when he first turned pro, in his first pro show, the Chicago Pro, I really wasn't overly impressed by him by any means. By the time he won the New York Pro and the Arnold Classic, and it wasn't a short period of time from when he first turned pro, physique changed tremendously. And now if you look at him at the Pittsburgh Pro and this New York Pro and these update pics, and you compare it to Chicago, his pro debut, it's not the same bodybuilder whatsoever. Okay, Nick, other than the 2024 New York Pro, has always brought a certain level of conditioning. That's a given. Brings a lot of muscle. He's not a pretty physique. Everybody says it. I agree. He doesn't have a pretty physique, and he doesn't have great structure by any means. But he always brings conditioning, carries a tremendous amount of muscle. He keeps the waist tight, and that's with a physique like his, that's one of the keys, is to keep a really tight waist. There were other Mr. Olympias that were far from pretty, definitely didn't have pretty physiques. Jay Cutler didn't have a pretty physique. Dorian Yates didn't have pretty physique, so pretty physique is not a prerequisite. Go back to these update pics. We're looking at him 14 weeks out. He says he's 285 pounds. I believe he stepped on stage around 260, right around that mark. 285 pounds, and if we look at him, we see a lot of conditioning still there. He's actually within striking distance of doing a much closer show. I definitely see it like that. If he's 285 with this type of conditioning, he's actually put on some muscle since he last stepped on stage, the New York Pro, which would sound a little hard to believe, but if those numbers he's given us are accurate and going by what we're looking at, he's actually put on some muscle. So things are getting a little dangerous now for everyone else. Let's look at this on a post basis. Nick does not have, well, he only has really one weak pose, which is front lat spread. He's actually made improvements in his front lat spread. Uh, if you look at that pose a year and a half ago, and you look at it now, it's night and day. Still not his best pose in his arsenal, but he's made improvements. But other than that, uh, despite his structure, he has a really good and competitive front double biceps. From the side, you want to talk about his squat legs. From the side, you don't see any disparity from the lower body to the upper bodies as far as balance. And the two side shots, the side chest and the side triceps, he has about the best there is out there now. We turn around to the back. I never thought he had a bad back by any means. I always thought he had a good back. But we talk about, well, I don't necessarily talk about it, but people talk about Derek Lunsford as having one of the best backs of all time, the best back out there now. When you compare the two of them in Pittsburgh, a lot of people had Nick beating Derek from the back. One of those people happened to be Tyler Mannion, had Nick beating Derek from the back. So now we have Nick Walker beat, or in a lot of people's eyes, beating from the back the man who's supposed to have the best back in the business at the moment. His abs and thighs for someone with his structure is actually pretty good. It's nothing to scoff at, and most muscular. Are we gonna have a discussion about that? I don't think there's a discussion to be had. Now, if we start to take all these things together and we try to look at it objectively, bodybuilding comes down to, at the end of the day, muscle and conditioning. Yes, shape, structure, all those things come into play also. But not everybody with the best structure was walking off the stage as the winner. And there are ways of developing a body to overcome some of those things. Nick brings a lot of muscle and conditioning that we see him bring. I actually think we're going to see Nick Walker bring in conditioning a level or two above what we've seen as his best previously. It does appear like he's put on some muscle. That, all those things together are going to make him very dangerous. And it's something else that people don't really talk about much. His attitude, his presence on stage. When he walks on the stage, he exudes a lot of confidence, and that energy, the crowd feels it, the judges feel it also, and maybe subconsciously that could have an effect on it also. So if you throw all these things in there, the way things are going, the way things are looking for Nick, we have a very dangerous Nick Walker on the Olympia stage this year. Am I picking him for the winner? I'm not picking him for my winner, and I'm not picking anybody for a winner at the moment. That I'm still battling around with. We have a while to go before the Olympia. But I will say this. I know there are a lot of people that are back on the Nick bandwagon after his most recent performances. For those of you who still doubt him, who think it's impossible for him to win the Mr. Olympia this year or any year, I can almost guarantee we will see Nick Walker battling for the win. Top 2 or 3. We might see a crazy battle with the top 3. Any way you look at it, I guarantee you, I can almost guarantee you. Only one thing I can guarantee you for sure, there's going to be a time when you're not walking this earth. I can almost guarantee you Nick will be battling for the title this year. You can agree or disagree with anything I've said in this video. Either way, let me know in the comment section. This is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.